Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper, and I went to the post office the other day. This is going to be another stamping video, but I went to the post office the other day to grab my happy mail and to send out some mail myself, and I saw this card there, and I thought it was the coolest card that I had to come home, and I'm going to try and replicate it. I hope it comes out well. So this is what I'm going to do. I have a card base, and the card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's just a half sheet of 8 1/2 by 11, cut in half, scored in half, and this is going to be cherry cobbler, so I have my cherry cobbler ink. I also have Island Indigo, and then I chose an early espresso as well. I have the Lovely as a Tree, and I'm going to be using this nice oak here. I have this little star punch, and then I have the candy cane punch, and I'm going to be using that little ribbon there. So now that we have the base, I'm going to set this off to the side. I also have in Daffodil Delight. I have that cut at, let's see, this is, did I leave? Yes. I took a 1/4 inch off of each. So it's 5 1/4 by 4. There. Got that done. And then this one, I took another 1/4 inch. So it's 3 3/4 by 5. And this is what we're going to be working with. I'm just going to grab a scratch piece of paper here. And what I did is I took some of these just Post-it notes, and I'm taking them off, and they do have this sticky side here, and so I'm taking the little star punch, and I'm going to punch out at the sticky side some of these little stars there. So I have a bunch of those stars already done, and then I'm going to take just some washi tape, and first things first, let's put the oak tree on here. And so this is an old I don't even know. Yeah, I have to buy some re-inker for this one. Let me get another color here. So I'm looking for a darker color. And I'm going to try this soft suede. Let's see if that will work here. Yeah, that's working out. So I'm just inking this one up here. There we go. And we are going to put on this card, just cleaning it up a bit. Kind of toward the bottom here. That lovely oak down there. Then what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take some, can't believe I'm losing it here. I'm going to take the washi tape, and I'm going to washi here. So I'm putting them in straight lines. all the way across here. And then I'm going to take this and I think I'm going to go down a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to take some of my daubers here, and I'm going to take them in the colors that I'm using. So we've got an Island Indigo, and then we've got a Cherry Cobbler. Here it is. And for the Island Indigo, we're going to use that later. And we're going to use the Cherry Cobbler now. And I'm going to take my dauber. I'm just going to put my finger in there. And I always try it off the page first, see how dark it is. And I'm just going to go around and kind of start off and go in between these little washi tapes there. And I'm going to do the same thing here, but I'm going to do it much lighter. And I'm going to do it around that tree. And then the same thing here. We're going to go into the tree. And the same on this side. And then we'll do the bottom. So we've got that all done, and now I'm going to take off some of this extra and just leave a little bit on there, and then I'm going to go over this tree area, but it's going to be very, very light in those areas. And so we've got that done. We're done with our Cherry Cobbler. I'm now going to take these off. Actually, I'm going to take these two off and pull it right back. And the same with this one. And I'm going to leave these on there, and then I'm going to get some more washi tape, and I'm going to put it along this line here. And then I'm going to take these little stars and put them on here. Hoping to line them up well. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit more difficult because they are not completely stuck on there. You could use, well, we could if we wanted to. Let me see here. I'm going to do the underneath of the washi so it doesn't get stuck. It looks like this might fit actually. This might be a better deal. It is. See, we all learn together. So I'm going to go ahead and do this again. I tried to save time for you guys. And I'm sure the stars need to all be lined up, but this is just a little card. If you guys don't know the yellow ribbon around the old oak tree song, oh my goodness. Crying by the end of it every time I listen to it. So the washi tape that I'm using is Dollar Tree washi tape. And the reason is because it does not stick wonderfully, which is perfect for this kind of work. Okay, so I've got that there. And we're going to go ahead and use that Island Indigo. Again, starting off the page and starting on the washi. And I'm just going out because I want these stars to show up nice. And I'm staying away from the tree. So you want to be very careful. I'm trying not to like pull any of those star tips. This is a little bit more difficult. And I'm going to go a little bit darker around this edge of the card here. I'm going to try not to use too much of a heavy hand and not pull on those star. But I still want to get that color on there. And then we're going to take some of that ink off. Go a little bit harder on the outside. And then when we come into where that tree is, go a little bit lighter. Okay, I think we are pretty good here. There's a little bit of sections that I wanted to be a little bit darker. Sorry about that. I'm not happy with the coloring because when I went like that, it left some little round marks there. But I think we're good. I'm going to get the gist of it here. And then we'll just remove these guys and these little stars. Okay, we've got that part down. I like it so far. And then I think what I want to do is protect myself and put that away. And then move these so I don't get anything on me. But while I'm moving that, I think I'm going to look for color, that soft suede. Here it is. And I'm going to tatter up the edges just a bit with some color of the soft suede by just going like this all the way around. You just do this all the way around, and it just gives it a little bit of that Americana kind of feel there. And then after this is all done, we've got some of this soft suede on here. I'm just going to go back, pull in a little bit more into the corners. Same over here. And I think we're good to go. So, got that. And now we can start assembling everything. And this card is just going to be so cute. So one of you beauties introduced me to what is called Soldiers Angels, I believe, where you can adopt a soldier. So I've gone ahead and done that. And I think this would be a really cool card for him. So I'm going to take that, get my tape here, my Snail adhesive. We're going to go ahead and, there we go. Put this one right onto a sheet of Daffodil Delight, squaring this up like I like to do. What I do is I match these corners up, and then everything else will fall into place with that 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Then I'm going to take that, put some Snail adhesive on the back here, and put that onto a piece of cherry cobbler. But first I'm going to take my bone folder and burnish that. Did you see how it's popping up like that? I don't want that to happen so much. So I'm kind of pushing down the edge on each side. And then you'll see that it lays flat. So I love using my bone folder for that. Then we're just going to take this, go up to the sides here. There we go. I always have certain pieces that I like that just look a little bit better to me. So we've got that. And now the only thing we need is our little yellow ribbon. But this one's going to be a big, huge ribbon. And all I'm going to do is take that ribbon out of the punch there. And I'm going to put him, well, I don't know. I'm looking here, and I think what I'm going to do is actually stick this on the inside. And then I'm going to look real quick and see if I have an actual yellow ribbon, because I did not care for the way that looked. So I'm going to stick that right here. And now I'm going to look real quick. To see what I have. Let me check and see here. I do. I have some ribbon here. This is just a simple grosgrain ribbon. And we'll see how tiny I can make this bow. Just pulling it tinier and tinier because I really want it to be just a tiny little bow here. But I want to make it tight. I think we're going to get a good bow right here. There we go. And then got that there. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I'm just going to grab some adhesive dots here. What did I do with my dots? Here's some. And I will just pull this around, stick my ribbon to it, and then place it right there. You guys, is that super cute? I love this so much. Like I said, this is not my idea. It was at the post office. It was a card, and it was on sale for like $8, $7.99 or something like that. And I was like, oh, I think I can make a card similar to that. So if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more cards, please make sure you subscribe. I also do all kinds of DIYs as well. It just depends on the day. Today we're doing paper crafting. So, alright beauties, I'll put all the information and the links below for any of the stuff that I used here if you wanted to purchase it for yourself to make this cute little card. Alright, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!